Hi guys, it's Igor. Today we will deploy Dockerized application to an external server, public server, without using Docker registry, just some bash scripts and basics Linux knowledge. So let's go. As always, I have prepared a few things to make the whole process faster. So we have Dockerized application, and as you can see, this is a simple Python application which consists of just one script. And what this script does, it has an infinite loop. It shows some system metrics, sleeps random number of seconds, and that's pretty much it. It waits for terminal signals from us. So let's build it and see that everything works. So docker build Dockerized app. This is fast because I have built it before. For you it will be slower, and let's run it. Okay, we have some random we have some metrics, system load, memory, then we sleep 90 seconds in that case. I need anything from 5 to 20. Let's wait one iteration and we can stop it. Okay, so we need to deploy it to the external server. What do we need to do that? We need to have Linux machine with the SSH as access from our local machine to that machine, and it needs to have Docker end user that will log in, that we'll be using to log in there, needs to have access to Docker, needs to be able to run Docker. So you either need to have it, or you can set it up with me using DigitalOcean. I will link it DigitalOcean in the description, but I have my account, so I don't need to sign up. So I will just sign in right now. And here we have a thing called droplets, which are basically Linux based machines. So let's create a droplet. Let's create a droplet in the region. Let's say in the Frankfurt, something near me. We use Ubuntu, new one. Let's go with some cheap one, 1 GB of RAM, 1 CPU, and we'll say that we want to have access using SSH key, and I have uploaded my SSH key before. You can add it here also if you're doing this for the first time. And what else? Let's maybe name it like DevOps experiments, like our repo. And I want to go to advanced IP6. We don't need that, but let's check that. And one more important thing is initialization script. And here I have prepared the init machine script. All of the code is in the repo, as always, guys, so we can check that out. And I have simple initialization script which creates deploy user, adds it to sudo group, so we can run sudo as this user. We are giving it access to SSH, and we are setting up Docker in a nutshell. So I just need to copy that here, and we create a droplet. We'll have a public API in a while, but let's leave it. It will be created And let's see what we need to do, guys. We need to prepare a package that will deploy to this external server. And this package needs to contain all things that will allow us to run this app in Docker container. So Docker file we have, you can build an image and create container out of it. But we need to have more things. So we need to be able to run this app externally. So what I have prepared is template run app bash script. We'll use it to create a script because this is a template, and basically you can parameterize it by giving the app name and run command. Run command will be docker run something that will inject from the outside using another script. So here we are just checking if container for a given app is running. We are stopping it if it is. We are removing previous container and we are starting new one. And we also have template load and run script. And this is important because here we'll be having a zipped Docker image that we need to create, and script that doesn't exist yet. And here we just use docker load command, which allows us to load the Docker image from the zip file, or not zip, just from the tar archive, because the Docker image is just a tar archive. No magic here, tar archive with the layers of the image. So we load it, we have it locally. That's why we don't need to have private registry, because you can publish or deploy somewhere your images that way, just sending someone zip tar file. And so we are loading it from this zipped tar archive, and then we are saying we are calling this run app script that we have covered before. So we need to write two scripts. First is prepare package bash that will prepare package that we can use to later on call these scripts, and then deploy app that will take prepared previously package and deploy our app using that. So before we start writing some code, let's see if our droplet is alive. It is. So we have DevOps experiments droplet, we have IP address. So let's check if we can go there, guys. So first let's ping it. Yeah, it is responding, and obviously I didn't set up any kind of firewall, so we should do that if we were to use it in a production environment. But for now, it is all we need. So let's SSH into it. So we have deploy user and the IP address. Let's add fingerprint. We are here, guys. What we have here? Some processes. Can we use Docker? Yeah, we can. So we have a Docker. And we don't have anything in the directory, but we have machine ready to be used. Okay, so let's write the prepare package bash script. What do we need, guys? By the way, these are flags for the bash interpreter, and basically we are saying that we want to quit on first error, so exit code different than 0. We want to quit on unbound, not defined variables. And pipe fail, if I remember correctly, means that we will quit on the first failed command in the pipes. We'll cover that later. So if you pipe a few commands and one operation, we'll quit immediately on first failed one. By default, it doesn't work like that. Okay, but doesn't matter that much here. It's just good practice to debug your script. So I would say that we need to have tagged tag, and we can optionally give it to tag Docker image. So we can say that either defined environment variable or latest. I would also say that because in the load and run we'll have a zipped image, so we need to tag it. We need to have basically something like that. So I would say that let's do capitalized. We require it from the environment variable. So let's check. Let's go to ops. Let's do bash paper package. We should fail, and if you export app, Dockerized app, we should have it. Yeah, okay. So we have that. What do we need to do first is to build the Docker image in some directory. I think we will use target directory. I have added this to the git ignore for that specific purpose. So let's say that creating package and target directory for image, maybe something like that. And here we will go one level higher, so to Dockerized app we remove the previous one if it exists. -r is recursive, -f is to ignore non-existent directory. Then let's create the target, show me that, like that. Let's maybe say preparing target there, building image. Here we say Docker build as previously -t tagged image. Here is image build, some strange noises, not chill out neighborhood, noisy one rather. Okay, image build, exporting it to, let's see. So let's create zipped image path. That will be target. Let's call it maybe up, as we have here. So tar gz, okay, up, exporting it to, let's say, image path, and this can take a while because here we will do the docker save command, docker save, and we need to give it image, and it will save it to the standard output. So we need to pipe this. We pipe this to zip utility to make it smaller because Docker images are rather large. And here I think all we need is the zipped image path, and we should be done. So let's say that image exported, preparing scripts, because this is our next step, but let's run it. Okay, something went wrong. Yeah, we need to do that, I think. So we have an input from the docker save call, and we want to pipe this to zipped image path, which is a file. Okay, something went wrong. Yeah, I think we need these guys. Nope. So what is that, guys? Zipped image path. Yeah, that's not that. Try. We have here syntax error. Yeah, exporting the Dockerized app. Glorious coffee, glorious. Right, so as you can see, it does take a while to export it. Let's wait for that. Okay, we have our tar archive. Let's actually maybe see what is there. Okay. Yeah, we have manifest, and these are layers, guys. So we have image that consists of a few layers. As you can see, no magic, just tar archive. That's what the Docker images are. So if in the Dockerized app tar, we have all that data that makes the Docker image, basically. All right, so once we have this image, we need to change these templates to scripts. We use the env subst utility to do that. So how it works? We say env subst, and basically here, let's do this guy first one. We need to change that app guy and run command. So before that we need to export these variables. So export app, and app is just app. I think we also need tag for the second guy. Yeah, we also need tag for the second guy, and we need the run command, and this will be our command to run up in the Docker. So it will be just docker run. I would say detached. We don't want to block the current terminal, and restart unless stopped, I believe. Let's check that actually. Yeah, that should be good. So basically we want to we want that Docker will run this image always unless we stop it manually. So if it crashed, it will get replaced with the new one. I mean container, not image. And then name, we'll give it name of the app and the tagged image from which we create the container. Okay, and with the first script, maybe let's actually start with the that one, load and run app. We just need to have app and tag. So here we say which environment variables and subst utility should be placed, and it expects the input from standard input. So we need to do that guy and say here that it should take it from our template. So ops template load and run app bash, and then it gives us a result to the standard output, but we want to pipe this to file, to target, load and run app. I would say this is our first script to deploy, and the second one we also need, I think we don't need tag. Yeah, we don't need tag, we just need, we just need the run command, and here run app, template run app, and run app bash, like that. Let's say that package prepared. Okay, let's run it. Bug. Let's fix that. Tag is wrong here. Okay, guys, we have prepared package. Let's check that out. Run app, Dockerized app. Seems fine. Yeah, we have name, tagged image, load and run. Okay, let's actually test it locally because we can. So we need to go to target and let's see docker ps, nothing is running, and let's bash load and run. Okay, we are loading the Dockerized app image. No such container, that doesn't matter. And we have it, guys. So Dockerized app. Okay, it works. Let's stop it. Okay, so we have prepared the package. So first step is done. It's behind us, and right now we need to write a script to deploy this app, guys. So how we have access to our server through SSH. So what do we need? We need to have a user and IP address or domain. So I would say that we need to have variable like remote host, and it will consist of deploy user at, and deploy host, let's say, something like that. We also need to have deploy directory. I would say home, deploy user, and app. Actually, we also need an app either way, so let's have it here. And I would say that we need two directories: previous deploy directory, and latest deploy directory, so that we can always run the previous deploy in case of failure. So previous deploy dir, and this will be simply deploy dir / previous, something like that, and latest like that. Okay, and first let's write something to the output. So deploying up to remote host, preparing deploy dirs on directories, something like that. Let's go to ops. Let's push deploy app. Let's export deploy user, deploy. Let's export the deploy host, which is our IP address. Like that. Yeah, deploy Dockerized app to a deploy host, prepare deploy directories. Okay, so let's prepare them. So what do we need? We need to SSH there, remote host, and we need to run some commands. So first, let's remove the previous directory, ignoring errors. So let's remove the previous deploy dir, but we don't care if it doesn't exist. Then I would say that we need to create the latest no, not actually. No, we need to remove the previous. We need to create the latest, because it can be it is possible that it will not exist. So let's do that. Right now we will copy the latest deploy dir if it existed to the previous deploy dir, so the latest becomes previous. Okay, and that's it, I think, or not. Let's see. Removing previous, creating latest, and copying the latest to previous. Actually, let's run it. Okay, let's see what we have. Dockerized app, previous empty, latest empty. Okay. Okay, so let's say that dirs prepared copying package. This can take a while. Okay, and let's use SCP remote host. Actually not, that will be later. So SCP recursive. Let's previously go to folder level higher, so cd, and we will copy the contents of target directory where we have our package to remote host and latest deploy dir. That, and then we will see that we say that package copied, loading and running up. This can take a while also. Okay, and here before, or maybe let's run that first. Okay, we are copying the package. This can also take a while, as we said. Okay, guys, we have copied the package. Let's check. Latest. Okay, we have that. So after that, we can just run the load and run app as we did locally, but we also want to have this in this deploy app script. So here we will say SSH remote host. We will basically go to latest deploy dir, and then we will just do bash load and run up. Okay, and at that point our app should be loaded. New Docker image should be loaded. And app should be running. And let's maybe do something like that. After that, we say app loaded, checking its logs and status after 5 seconds. So we will basically, let's sleep 5 seconds, arbitrary number, and then we will do something like that. We'll SSH there. Yeah, we will SSH there. We will call docker logs to check the logs for the container. Then we will say echo, and we'll say app status. We'll do again SSH remote host. We say docker inspect. Yeah, it was docker container inspect status state. It will show us the state, actually the opposite, status, and that should be it, guys. So let's say up deployed in case of problems. You can roll back to previous deployment. Previous deployment is previous deploy dir. we echo that in 2 lines. Okay, guys, I think that should be it. Pretty simple, right? So let's run it. Okay, we have copied that. We are loading our app, and it should work. Let's see. Still loading. Okay. Image loading. We remove the previous container, and yeah, we have logs, guys. Here we had something wrong. Yeah, it should be right that, but we have that either way. If we go to our machine, we have our app, guys. Let's do docker logs, Dockerized App. Okay, so let's do one more thing. Let's say that we have new version of the app. We change the version to 2. Okay, let's also say that we want to tag it, so tag v2, let's say, and let's prepare package. Okay, this preparing package will take a while. Okay, guys, we have prepared package. Before deploying, let's remember what we have here. So Dockerized App, latest, and with the Docker logs, we have version 1. Okay, remember that. And right now, let's deploy our app. This will take a while, so let's wait. Okay, guys, almost there. Let's see. Yeah, and again, as you can see, loading up with another tag, v2. Let's wait. Okay, we have deployed, checking logs after 5 seconds. Yeah, and version 2 and app status running. And in case of the problems, we can use the previous deploy. Let's see what we have on our machine. Yeah, Dockerized App 2. Dockerized App, yeah, version 2. And we have the previous one. We have previous deploy, guys. Okay, I think that's it. We have deployed the Dockerized application to an external public server without using Docker registry. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one. Peace.